If we see classification of data, the meaning of classification of data. So any data which we are collecting for a statistical analysis cannot be used as it is. So we have to group them accordingly for our study requirement, our research problem requirement. So arranging a data into a homogeneous group based on their common characteristics is the classification. So the raw data which cannot be used for the further analysis, so for the better arrangement and the comparison. For example, the population of a town can be grouped according to the gender, age, marital status, etc. So in order to provide them any kind of assessment by the government or any other private agencies if they want to provide. Definition of classification. Classification is nothing but the arranging the data into different classes which has the same character and similarities or resemblance. So all similar items are put into one class and dissimilar items of the data put into different classes. So the statistical data can be classified according to its characteristics. For example, if we are collecting data regarding number of students admitted in a university for a particular year, the data can be classified on the basis of gender. So in this case, all male students can be put into the one group, all other female students can be put into the another group. From them, we can again separate them into different groups, like based on their age, mark, marital status, height, etc. The set of characteristics can be chosen depends upon the objective of the study. For example, our objective is to find out the religion mix of the student. So we can group these male and female student into the based on their religion. So here is the definition which is given by the two authors. The classification is the process of arranging data into a sequence and a group according to their common characteristics, or separating them into different but related parts. Then second definition, the process of grouping a large number of individual facts and observations on the basis of similarity among the items is called classification. So any classification which we done based on the objectives only, because based on the objective we can classify accordingly the requirement of the data. For example, if we wanted to give the booster doses for our city people, we have to classify based on the age and when they got first dose and when they got second dose. So this is our objective. So accordingly, the people who are already vaccinated, we are grouping them. So after getting a stipulated time, they have to get the third dose. So accordingly, we are grouping them into and making them for the arrangement of getting the third dose. So the main objective for any classification of a data must be, a mass data must be apprehended easily for the study purpose, and it facilitates the comparison, and it pinpoint the most significant feature of the data in a glance, and it enables the statistical treatment to the materials which we collected. It will help us to apply the statistical tools and gives prominence of the importance information gathered. The data can be classified. Classification can be done in these four ways: qualitative data and quantitative data, then chronological data and geographical data. So geographical data based on the area wise, region wise, based on the climatic condition, environment, soil condition, based on that we are segregating the data. Chronological data, which is nothing but in time period which is happened. So the order in which it is happened, which is occurred, on the basis we are segregating them. And then qualitative data based on their characteristics and attributes. Then quantitative data based on their strength, magnitude, numerical strength which they are having. So here the geographical data, the data which can be classified on the basis of the location or area. For example, for a particular crop, how much production is done in a year can be segregated. So on the basis we can classify them. So the data, the region wise, in India Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Punjab and Uttar Pradesh. So how much food grains was produced in a particular year. So based on that region, we are giving the information. And then second one, chronological data. So it is nothing but the data which already has been taken into already happened. Based on that we are classifying them. So the data which is observed over a period of time is the classification known as chronological classification. So various series such as national income figure, annual output, monthly expenditure of a household, daily consumption of a milk, etc. These things that we can take based on the year which happened. Here the example which is given, the prices of the gold of 10 grams in India. So in 2001 it's 14,500. In 2004 it is 31,799 accordingly. So the same way population from the first census 1961 to the last census which has happened in 2011 is given. So in the first census India's population is 43.92 crore and in the last census it is 121.02 crores. So accordingly the time period which happened we are classifying it. Then qualitative data. Qualitative data is a data classified on the basis of some attributes or quality such as color of a hair of a people, literacy, religion, height, weight, education status, whatever it is. So this is the type of classification that attributes under cannot be measured. It can be only found out whether it is present or absent. We cannot be find out. So if it presents, we are taking them as an attribute. The qualitative classification, the data are classified according to the presence or absence of an attribute. The classification based on the characteristics. For example, gender and literacy education, class grade. It may be classified into simple classification and the manifold classification. The simple classification, for example, in a town, the population which is prevailing, we are giving a strength of a population. That we can be segregated into how many male population available and how many female population available, or otherwise we can go them how many people are educated and how many people are uneducated. So in such a way the simple classification can be done. The second thing is the manifold classification. So the manifold classification is based on the attribute which we are taking into account, or the attribute which the particular population possessed in a particular period of a time. So here the example which I have given, population. The population we are segregating them smokers and non-smokers. So in smokers we are segregating them literate people and illiterate people. So in that literate and illiterate also we are going with male female category. Same way in non-smokers also. So such a so many classifications that we are going based on the one. So that is called as the manifold classification. Then quantitative classification, it is refers the data according to some characteristics which can be measured. So whereas qualitative data, it cannot be measured. In this it can be measured. The quantitative classification refers to the classification of data according to some characteristics that can be measured. For example, if an income, weight, sales, profit, production, the college students may be classified according to the weights also. Okay, we had qualitative data and quantitative data, both are different from each other. So the qualitative data deals with the words and meaning. The qualitative data deals with the number and statistics, whereas quantitative data primarily focusing on the testing of hypothesis, whereas qualitative data, it is mainly focusing on the formulating of theories. Quantitative requires many respondents, requires few respondents only. Quantitative data, close multiple choice questions, with open-ended questions will be available. So data classifications method include survey, experiment and observation. Whereas in qualitative method, it includes interviews, focus group, case studies and literature reviews. In quantitative techniques analysis, data can be finding with the common pattern in the data using tools such as R-square, SPSS, Excel and other methods. So in this, data analysis method include the thematic analysis, discourse analysis and content analysis. Thank you.